In the last class, on the topic satellite, velocity means linear velocity, orbital velocity. Orbital velocity was calculated. The expression for orbital velocity was obtained. The expression was v, which is orbital velocity, which is actually linear velocity. V is equal to root over of gm by r plus h, where g is g is universal gravitational constant, m is mass of earth, and in the denominator appears r plus h, where capital R is the radius of the earth and h is the height of the satellite from the surface of the earth. So this thing was obtained in the last class on the topic satellite. Here we are interested to find out the angular velocity and the time period. So angular velocity, that is very easy. We know that v is equal to omega r. Linear velocity is equal to angular velocity multiplied by the radius. So here radius is how much? It is equal to capital R plus h. That is the radius. So omega is equal to what? V by r plus h. Expression for v is known, which is equal to root over of gm by r plus h. So use that expression, and in the denominator appears r plus h. So this way you will get the angular velocity. Then time period. Time period means the time taken by the satellite to complete a one revolution. Okay. So it is equal to what? You know this thing. Time period is equal to 2 pi by omega. So now omega is known. So you just put that expression for omega here. So you will get time period. So we have already seen that for lower velocities, satellites will be placed nearer to the Earth's surface, because velocity is inversely proportional to the height h. So for lower velocities, the satellites will be placed nearer to the Earth's surface, and for higher velocities, the satellites will be placed subsequently at a high distance from the Earth's surface. Few satellites are there which take exactly 24 hours for a complete revolution. Exactly 24 hours. Earth takes 24 hours to complete a revolution around its own axis. Few satellites are also there which take 24 hours. So using these formulae, you can calculate the height. In the expression for omega, time period, in the expression for time period, you just put t is equal to 24 hours. That is 24 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 60. This much of second is the time period, and other data are known to you. The value of g, which is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 mks unit. Mass of Earth is known. Radius of Earth is also known, 6,400 kilometer. Multiply this by 1,000, you will get in terms of meter. So using this formula, you can calculate the value of h. It will come around 35,800 kilometer. Okay, 35,800 kilometer. So normally geostationary, two types of satellites are there, mainly polar satellites and geostationary satellites. Geostationary satellites are fixed in the sky. Means with respect to Earth, there is no change of the position of the satellites. So for the ground-based antennas, it is very easy, not easy, actually ground-based antennas, they need not require to track the satellites, because these are fixed in the sky. With respect to Earth's surface, these satellites, means geostationary satellites, that's why stationary, this term is used, stationary. Okay, those satellites are fixed. Normally communication satellites are of these types, geostationary types. communication satellites. So ground-based antennas easily communicate with those satellites. Anyway, so since these are fixed, these satellites are fixed, geostationary satellites are fixed, therefore time period for those satellites are also 24 hours, just like our Earth. Okay, normally they are placed along the equator of the Earth. Okay, and polar satellites, those are placed along the north-south pole direction. That's why this term polar is used for those satellites. Okay, they revolve around the Earth from north to south, where Earth rotates around about its own axis from east to west. You know this thing. Anyway, we are not talking about those polar satellites or these geosynchronous satellites. In general, we are talking about all the satellites. Okay, we are not studying separately those things, polar or geostationary satellite. What I am talking here, I want to say that if time period is known, your aim is to make geostationary satellite. So time period should be same as that of Earth. So you put the value of time period in the expression for time period. Okay, you put the value of time period, which is 24 hours, which is equal to 24 into 60 into 60 seconds. So accordingly, from there all the other things are fixed. So you will get the value of h, which is equal to 36,000 kilometer, or exactly 35,800 kilometer. And in the same expression for time period, if you put h, small h, which is the distance of the satellite from the surface of the Earth, if you put h is equal to 0, when we should put h is equal to 0? Satellites which are nearer to the surface of the Earth. So just to get an idea about the time period, you put there h is equal to 0, small h is equal to 0, you will get time period t is equal to almost, it is 84 minutes. Only in 84 minutes, it is less than 1.5 hour time. Okay, it is less than 1.5 hour time. So within this short period of time, the satellite completes the whole circle around the Earth. So it has very high velocity. That velocity can also be obtained by using the formula v is equal to root over of gm by r plus h. That is the expression for velocity. In that expression, you just put h is equal to 0. All other things are known. G, capital M, mass of the Earth, radius of the Earth. All these things are known. You can calculate value of v. It is a tremendous velocity. Okay. If you put such velocity to an object or to the satellite, then it will go around the Earth continuously. Okay, within such short period of time. So this was all about the topic satellite. Okay, thank you.